Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal. We are doing the Mr. Informal podcast. I go by the name of Mr. Informal. I hope you are doing well today. Halloween just passed, and so we are on to Thanksgiving. Not only that, we are on the 86th edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you have been enjoying the podcast this past year. As you know, it is on to Thanksgiving and Christmas and obviously the shopping season. So these are the 4 topics for this podcast. Number 1, shopping in YouTube. That's going to be interesting. Number 2, Tommy Hilfiger decides to add barcodes in their label to counter counterfeits. Number 3, Facebook is rebranding themselves. Be a new logo and be a new mission statement. And then last but not least, number 4 is Therealreal actually say it's selling fake goods. I mentioned that in the past podcast. Why am I not surprised this is happening? And so don't forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal. And then check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. So the article is from Retail Dive. Shopping ads land on YouTube. YouTube introduced shopping ads in users' home feed and search results. The company revealed in the blog post the shoppable ad units will be served up based on users growing in search words. Puma is one of the retailers planning to use the format to engage with holiday shoppers. Basically, you're basically seeing ads on YouTube, which I'm not surprised, via apps. And so this is based on your search results, not in YouTube, but also in other search results, whatever you're searching in Google or in the interwebs. So when you see a particular item, let's just say shoe, that you like, it will appear in YouTube, and so you will click that link, and so it will take you wherever it takes you, whether it be Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour, whatever. So almost 2/3 of consumers said that online video has informed and inspired the decision to make a purchase. According to Google-owned company researchers, almost all, more than 90%, have discovered new products and brands on YouTube. So consumers are continuing to watch more content on YouTube platform, and we want to be where they are. To reach and engage, Rick Almeida, VP of e-commerce at Puma Group, said in a blog post. So not only that, others are also doing it, as Amazon poses a growing threat to Google and other platforms thanks to its focus on advertising. One way Google has been trying to combat this threat has been building out its shopping capabilities. Last month, Google redesigned its e-commerce platform, Google Shopping, with a bigger focus on personalized content on a user's habit, as well as with an option to complete purchases through online retailers or a nearby store. Well, look, I'm not happy about this, and so you should also not be happy with this, because you're going to see more ads. You're going to see certain types of ads that you like, and so it could also be a privacy thing. So when you hand your phone to somebody else and they're on YouTube, they're gonna see the type of ads that could let the person know what kind of things you search for. And look, I don't like ads in the videos. You don't like ads. Nobody like ads, and for some reason these days YouTube have been adding 2 ads per video, or even in the beginning, especially if you don't press the skip button. And it's a capitalistic society. Marketing is marketing. Any press is good press. But for me, I'm not into it. That's why I use ad blocks or ad blockers in my browser, and hopefully the ad block browsers in mobile web apps actually work, but they don't really actually work. It actually hinders the website, so I'm not really happy with that. And so I do most of my shopping in a computer, not in a phone. And so shopping experience in YouTube, that's not where it should be done. It should be done on a shopping app, not in a video app. Now I know these companies such as Puma wants to go where the consumers are, but you know what? Consumers don't always want these companies to follow them. Because you know why? It's called privacy. That's the name of the game. So moving on to the second topic. So Tommy Hilfiger is adding barcodes on their label to counter counterfeits. So obviously what they mean by barcode is, you know, those QR codes. So here's the thing about this, okay? Do I really always want to know if my polo is authentic or not? I mean, do I really need to bust out my phone to check if it's authentic or not? Look, counterfeiters can easily counterfeit this. I mean, it's not that hard. If a hacker can get into Ralph Lauren or even Target's system, I don't see why they couldn't just copy this. See, a lot of these counterfeits or companies will always find a way. And these companies who's trying to get rid of these counterfeits don't seem to understand that as long as your prices is high, there will always be counterfeiters. And so what do? Well, maybe you should offer a lower price item. But if you don't, well, you know what's gonna happen. People are gonna buy fake items. Now, I know what you're saying. You're probably saying, well, if they don't do that, their business is gonna go down. Look, your business will never go down as long as you know how to manage it. If you are a CEO, why are you so worried about counterfeiters? Is it because they're taking millions and millions of your money? Well, maybe you should. But then again, if you are that concerned about counterfeiters, you got a bigger problem. You certainly have a bigger problem than just trying to manage a company. But see, here's the thing. Have I heard anybody tell me, you know what, I'm wearing a fake polo shirt? You know how long has that been? It's probably been more than 20 years since I've heard somebody say that. I know that I've heard I'm wearing fake Lacoste. I've heard that before, but I don't see Lacoste doing this. I don't see Lacoste adding QR codes on their polo shirts, on their crocodile polo shirts. Why add a QR code? Why? Why not just make it easier and just do what Louis Vuitton does, which is serial numbers? Or maybe you could actually buy it through the store. If you really want to buy authentic stuff, how about you buy it from the original? Don't buy any used items. Just buy it from the original store, and then that's it. Or maybe buy it from an authorized dealer, whether it be Macy's, Barney's New York, Bloomingdale's, all those kinds of stores. But adding a QR code, that's just way too much work. On to the third topic. So this from High Snob website. Facebook just revealed its boring all caps company rebranding. So Facebook revealed its new brand redesign. So basically, instead of capital F and then the rest is lowercase, Facebook, everything's all capital, Facebook. So the new branding was designed for clarity and uses custom typography and capitalization to create a visual distinction between the company and app. What? So that is from a company representative, Antonio Lucio, which is the chief marketing officer of Facebook. Lucio then lists the various apps that fall under the Facebook brand. Our main services include Facebook app, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, Workplace, Portal, and Calibra. These apps are technology, have shared infrastructure for years, and the teams behind them frequently work together. The new Facebook logo, therefore, will be found within the separate product marketing materials and new company website. See, What a boring logo. Uses a custom typography, like what, like point micron 8 of a millimeters, a micrometer, a tiny meter. Are you serious? The typography looks more like Century Gothic, but more blocky. But whatever. So what do I think of this so-called face rebranding? Well, it's not really going to change much. We all know Facebook is just out there to collect data. They don't really care about you. They don't really care about privacy. They don't really care about consumer rights. They'll do anything just to get in to your house, your home, your personal, and even on your brain. Not only that, they also own Instagram. They also own WhatsApp. I'm not really happy about that, even though WhatsApp is used by a lot of companies, by a lot of users outside the US. And WhatsApp should have just kept themselves private. They should have never sold it to Facebook. But you know what? When you're the CEO of WhatsApp and you sell your soul like that to a conglomerate company, well, that's how it is. And now I'm sure you see how WhatsApp was complaining about Facebook turning their app just another app, basically. But here's the thing, okay? So Mark Zuckerberg says in a video, many people don't know we build those products or that our teams often work together, but we believe people should, because it's important for people to know who's behind the products they use. What? I know the product I'm using. It's pretty obvious, people. Not only that, it's you that are in the helm of Facebook. And here's the thing. In August, Facebook also announced that it would be changing the names of Instagram, WhatsApp in a bid to make its platform more transparent. Look, I don't know what's going on, but if the name Instagram and WhatsApp is going to change, what is it going to be? Facebook social Facebook post, and then WhatsApp. What is it going to be? What's up? Is it going to be what, Facebook? Look, Mark, to me, this is my personal opinion. Just leave Instagram and WhatsApp as is. If you want to make the Facebook be the conglomerate company, be the top of the company, and under that is the umbrella, fine, do it. But changing the name of Instagram and WhatsApp, what's the point? They're already established. Why do you need to change the name? Just leave it as it is. And this is what happens when a big conglomerate decide to rebrand. It's pretty obvious that sometimes they lose focus along the way and they don't really have a narrow vision. If you really want to be focused, just have a narrow vision and just keep on focus. So the last topic for today, another article from High Snob. It says the Real is under scrutiny for selling fake products. So CNBC reported early this month that the Real sometimes uses copywriters with little training to authenticate products, allowing counterfeit goods to make their way onto online marketplace. The story stemmed from interviews with roughly 36 former employees and internal company documents. This company's action and misrepresentation are clearly calculated to sell the subscription and improperly manipulate the market for their benefit of short seller on behalf of their subscribers. These people are not journalists. They are not credible, the Real told Fashionista in light of the Capital Forum report. Since then, the Real has responded to recent CNBC report. Does not accurately represent the depth of our team's expertise and thoroughness of our authentication process. We stand behind both of our process and authentication guarantee and will continue to provide safe and reliable platform for buying and co-signing luxury items. So, still consumers have been complaining about receiving fake items from the Real. The company admits, however, that while striving for perfection, some counterfeit products may make their way onto the platform. You see, just admit it, the Real. Come on. Look, I've already I did cover the story about the previous report, and I'm gonna say it again. Look, when you have people who have little experience in looking at luxury items and never even exposed to luxury items and never even heard of these brands that you can't even pronounce, why do you think they don't know what to do? They don't know if they pass it, or they don't. Not only that, they have a quota that they have to meet. So they're just gonna let it through. And so what do you have? So you're gonna sell fake products in the store. And it's pretty obvious that the Real does not want to admit their mistakes. And if I was the Real, I would basically change the whole process of authentication. I would not even put a quota on it. Just and retrain the people who are authenticating these items. Retrain them. No more quotas, no more goals. Just actually authenticate the items thoroughly. I mean, you know how much counterfeit goods there are when it comes to luxury items? There's a lot. Louis Vuitton is the most counterfeit brand in the world. In terms of luxury. Okay? So, where does the Real do? Well, I don't think they're gonna do anything. It's pretty obvious. And another paragraph in the article: during a call with investors earlier this week, the Real founder and CEO Julie Wainwright addressed the company's utilization of copyrighted to authenticate products. She informed that receivers at the processing centers first review the items, and separate ones considered high risk. From there, the goods are scanned by a dedicated group of authenticators, as other items are authenticated by our copywriters, she said. Okay, but you never really mentioned that you have quotas that they have to meet. But the fact is that it says right there that customers are receiving fake items. So, what do you do to address that situation? I don't think they will address that. I absolutely do not think, and I would not be surprised in the next year, early next year, something comes up about the Real selling more fake items, and they're not even fixing the issue. And Julie's gonna say the same thing, or the company's gonna say, we're thoroughly investigating the matter and we are looking into it. Our customers are number one priority. That's what they're gonna say. It's just corporate talk. So, seriously, what can customers do? Well, if I'm not a real customer, but if I was a real customer, I would stop buying from them. I would stop, seriously, until they actually go through a retrain, stop selling, stop putting out the quota, stop selling as fast as they can. I would just stop. I would just go to another secondhand website and go through something, or maybe go support, or maybe do some other thing other than just going to the Real. And so that basically concludes this 86th edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I am Mr. Informal. Don't forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL, and check out the website, MRINFORMAL.com. Hope you enjoyed something today. I hope you learned something today. And I'm just going to keep on doing this. And if you have any comments, let me know down comments below. Bye-bye.